Hello everyone, welcome to Nrcm. This is Shravani and I'm going to speak about operating system of Unit 5 and the topics are like file sharing and access methods. So going on to the slide. So first of all, what is a file sharing? So the file sharing, it is a practice of sharing, or you can say it is offering the access to digital information or any resources. So it includes the documents, multimedia, or like audio or video. It contains graphics, computer programs, images and ebooks as well. So it is a private or public distribution of data or resource in a network with different levels of sharing privileges. So it contains a different sharing privileges. So file sharing can be done using several methods. So the most common technique for file storage, distribution and transmission are like first is remove. It should be the removable storage devices. Removable storage devices means file sharing can be done through like pen drives, CDs, DVDs. And second is like centralized file hosting server installations on network. On the centralized servers and all, we can share the files. And on World Wide Web orientation, hyperlinked documents, the file can be shared. And at distributed peer-to-peer network, so the file can be shared here. So this is all about the file sharing. And in the file sharing only, there is a part of protection because we need to protect the file before sharing. So the protection is like the file must be kept safe for reliability, like against some accidental damage, like against some malicious access. Okay, here the former is usually managed with the backup copies. As we all know that in companies, like if the project has been developed and there obviously there will be backup copies due to some, if the due to some this malicious access like hacking, some accidental damage like fire, crash, so and all. So the backup is important. And so next, and types of access. So like if you want to access the file, how to access a file? So if you want to share the file, before that we should be having the access to the particular file. So these are some low level operations that are of file. So first one is read. So read is like nothing but, so if you give the permission, so if there is a file, if you give the permission to only read, so then the file can be just, if we can just view the contents of the file. Who can view? Like the user can view the contents of the file. Whoever has opened the file, he or she can view the contents. So if the file is of right type, so you can, if the user wants to make any changes, or if he or she wants to add some more content to the file, so then that is possible if the, like right permission is given to that file. And next is executable file. Executable file means it, we can execute or we can load the file onto the CPU, and we can run the file, and we can produce the output. So if the file is having the executable permission. So next is append. Append is like, so add to the, so if you want to add any of the new slide, appending is like adding at the end, adding at the end to the end of the file. So if you want to add anything, add to the end of an existing file, you can say, just simple. So next is delete. So delete means you can, just removing the file from the file system. And next is list. List is nothing but we can, so whenever the file is there, you can view the like name, size, date, modified, and how many so name of the file, and different at when the file has been created. So all these things, this can be, like this can be viewed. So these all are the different types of accesses with the file. So and like higher level operations are like, these are the lower level, like reading, writing, executing, appending, delete, list. These are called as low level operations. And the higher level operations are like copying a file. So when copying and moving one place to another, so they can generally perform through the combinations with the above. Okay, like copying and reading, copying and writing, copying and executing, copying and appending. So it can be performed like this. So next, moving on to the access control slide. So here one approach is to have compiled access control. So in short, like you can call it as like ACL, compiled, which like specify exactly what access is allowed or denied for the specific user or groups. So I mean, as you like here, the control is very finally adjustable, but may be complicated, or particularly when the specific users involved are unknown. And like this allows some wildcards. So like it can allow some wildcards. So for the examples, like all the users on a certain remote system may be trusted, or a given username may be trusted when accessing from any remote system. So I just want to say like Unix uses the set of 9 access control bits. So and it uses the command like man command also. It can use the man command. So here in the Unix you can see the commands are the permissions. You can like read, write, RWX, read, write and execute. So if you see here, so this is the permission, like you can like observe here. So this is full control. So full control means everything he can read, write, execute, modify. And next here it is modify, it is only, so full controls is allowed or denied. So if you click on allowed, so this will be allowed. Here if you click on deny, so this will be denied. So next is modify. So modifying the file contents or changing the file contents is allowed or denied. So if you click on allow, so this will be allowed, or denied means it will be denied. Next, read and execute. So you are giving the both read and execute permission for the file. And next you are giving, so that also read and execute whether allowed or denied. And next is read, so only read only, or it is whether it is only write only, and that also whether you are allowing that read only or read also. And if you are not allowing that write also, the file cannot be opened, and some other special permissions. Okay, this is like access control. With the help of this access control, so like the for any of the particular file, the access can be given. And one more thing, like I wanted to give the difference between files and the directories. So files are like we can view the file contents or read, but coming to the directories, we can read the directory contents required to get a listing of all the directories. I mean the permissions, like for permission, I just wanted to say difference between file and directory. And even for directory also we'll be having the, and even for directory, so there will be some different kind of permissions will be allocated. And for file as well as for the directory, the read, write, executable permissions are applicable. So for read means R is for, so this is if you, in case if it is for a file means it can read or view the file. For but coming to the directory, it required to get a listing of the directory. It get they can read the like what all the contents are present within the directory. Next, coming to the write for file, they can change the file. I mean the user can modify the file or change the file. But coming to the directory, they can change the directory contents, or they can create or delete the files which are present within the directory. And for executing, coming to the executing permission, so at the files what happens, so they can execute the file contents, like execute the file content as a program like C, C++, Java, etc. But coming to the directory, it access detailed directory information. It access the detailed directory information and required to get a long listing or to access any specific file in the directory. So consider, for example, if a normal user has X. If the user is having X is nothing but it is a execution permission, but not R. There is no R permission on the directory, but here they can still access the specific files, but only if they already know the name of the file and they are trying to access. So this is a little bit disadvantage. So this is, in this way only hackings and all will be going on. And well, this is all about the access control. And thank you. I'll be coming up with the next video.